We got another project that
I know. We're going from one project
I
to the other.
can't believe it's been a year since we did this,
Yeah,
Chris.
it's been a year.
Tell us about it.
Okay, I'm here today to remind everybody about Celebrate My Drive. For those of you that don't remember what it is, it's a national promotion that is sponsored by State Farm, but it's an opportunity for schools across the country to win some money. And what happens is there's this year it's a 10-day period. It's October 15th through the 24th, where basically anybody aged 14 or older can go online and vote for their favorite school. They call it Make a Safe Driving Commitment, but vote for their favorite school to win this money. And we did this last year. We debuted it on your show. We kept it a secret till the day of the event. And Conneaut was successful in the contest, and they won $25,000, which we were really thrilled with, very proud that we were able to do that. And we decided we wanted to do it again. And this year our goal is to win one of the top 5 spots, which would be $100,000. And if we get the top prize, there's also a concert by the band Perry.
Oh.
I don't know the band Perry, but I've heard good things about them. I can only listen to Frozen and
Yeah, kids
Disney.
aren't old enough for band period yet, but okay.
But you know, it's an exciting opportunity. So we're trying to remind everybody that we were successful last year, and we'd like to do even better this year.
What did the schools do with that $25?
So far, what they've done is the only stipulation in the promotion is State Farm wants them to use at least 10% in some safe driving program. So instead of 10%, the high school chose to take $10,000 last year, and they allotted $2,500 to each class that was at the school last year. And that $2,500 was to go towards the busing for prom and after prom. The thought is we're going to keep the kids safe by keeping them off the road during prom weekend. So they actually allotted $10,000 towards that, so that each class that was there received a portion of the funds. We didn't want anybody to
I
be left
remember you
out.
telling me that. I think that was a great
They
thing.
did
Yeah.
do an assembly also for safe driving, did they not? I thought down
Yeah, there was a pep assembly, you know, after the fact when they got the kids, you know, pizza and stuff like
Right.
that. And then they've also been the bulk of the money they still have, but they're using it on basically school pride spirit programs. They've been acquiring paint to upgrade some of the painting in the facilities. I guess they're gonna look to do a mural in the school, have the art department involved in that. So they're really focusing on what can we do with this money to, you know, get the kids excited about Conneaut High School. And you know, the hope is that, you know, a couple months from now they'll have another $100,000 that they can find a use for as well. So what we found last year that was very successful was we reached out to a lot of people, especially via Facebook, and encouraged people to vote daily. And then we also said, you know, I know there's a lot of people out there that think this is a great idea and they really want to see the school win, but they're afraid they're not going to remember to vote every day. So what we started to do at the end of the promotion last year was we started telling people, hey, give us your email address and we'll vote for you. So this year we've decided to start that ahead of time. And that's why I'm on today instead of the 15th to tell people that, you know, if you were happy with the way Celebrate My Drive went last year and that we won the $25,000 but you'd really like to see us do even better, help us out. You know, provide us with your email or all of your email addresses so that we can vote for you daily. You may not remember to vote every day, but I can guarantee you that I will. And we have a bank of volunteers that have stepped forward that are going to help us input those email addresses daily to make sure we get all those votes in. And I also want to let everybody know, for those of you that participated last year, you can verify this for me, but for those of you that didn't, State Farm will not solicit you. You provide those email addresses. It is only to place this vote. There is no marketing, there's no sales pitch as part of this. When the event is over, you will get a confirmation email sent to you that just says thank you for voting. That is done so that you can't put a fake email address in, you know, 123@email.com. It would get kicked back to State Farm. So that's the only correspondence they're going to receive. My office is not going to solicit you because you gave us your email address. We are only using this to try to raise the money for the school. The other thing that we want to let people know that they might not realize this, especially people that participate in Facebook is you typically have an email address on Facebook as well. And so since we can use all of your email addresses, I encourage people to don't forget about that Facebook email address that you probably never used but has been assigned to you as using Facebook. So, most people out there have 2 or 3 email addresses.
Right.
So if everybody in town
Which
provides
is legal.
those,
You can use both of them.
yes,
If you have to.
yes, it's 1 per day per email address is the way it's
And I can vouch for this because Chris did this for me last year and he's going to do it for me this year because I tend to forget things. He's going to email or send in my vote
Daily.
every day at both email sites that I have, Nick one and Pat Williams one here. So that helps me out because I would forget, and we definitely want to get as
Right.
many votes in as we can. And I never got solicited by anybody.
No.
exactly.
Now, how many do you have so far? Do you have any
So
idea?
far, yeah, we've started collecting, and what has been turned into my office so far is about 300 emails.
Oh, well, we gotta get moving on that.
What we have done, and that we've started the process just in this last week, is we've reached out to some local businesses, and we're going to continue to reach out to local businesses where they actually have sign-up sheets at their locations, like the kind of public library, Gertie's Pharmacy. There's Jody just went to 6 places yesterday. I can't remember them all, but we're asking local businesses either, hey, circulate this around your employees. Let's get your employees' email addresses and turn them in, or put it out on your counter and ask people coming in so they can give those email addresses, and then we'll collect those a couple days before the event so that we have that. We also have some other larger employers in the area that the prison, as an example. The prison has agreed they're going to do a daily mass email to their staff to remind their staff, hey, make sure you vote today. There'll be a hyperlink in there for them, so they just click on it and vote. So we're reaching out to organizations that maybe have an email list. Like last year, the chamber would do an email blast to all the chamber members. So we're trying to find as many ways as we can to get the word out there to the community and to make it easy for them to vote. Or, like I said, if they don't want to vote, let us vote for them.
Right.
Pat and I talked before we came on the air that anybody that's watching today, if you want to have your votes counted but you're afraid you're going to do it daily, Pat volunteered to have you email the show, and he will forward your email to me so that I can vote for you. Or if you want to email it to me directly, my email address is chris@brechtinsurance.com. That's BRECHT insurance.com. We ask for at least your first name so we know who we're voting for. If you give me your first and last name, that's great. Your email address or email addresses, as many as you have. And then I'll phrase it this way: we ask for a birth date. Doesn't necessarily have to be your birth date, but the reason that is important is the only stipulation is you must be 14 or older to vote. So they want a birth date just to verify that you're at least 14 when we're inputting that. If you don't want to tell me your exact birth date, that's fine. If you want to leave that blank, I'll figure out a birth date for people that send
So
me
would
that.
I have to give you like 2/3/49, or
Exactly.
would I could just say 3/49?
Whatever is easiest.
Okay.
I mean, I
Somebody's
can.
gonna say, I don't know what to put in.
I can pick a date. I can pick the whole birth date if you want me
Okay.
to. If you're willing to provide it, it's just to verify that you're 14 or over. I'm sure there are some younger kids that have email addresses. I know my daughter has one, but it's under my wife's name. We wouldn't let her set up her own account. So,
Are you saying you were born in '49?
No, I just picked a
Oh.
an
date.
example. I was
That's
born in
not my
79.
birthday.
I was going to say, that
No,
doesn't
no,
make
no.
sense.
See, I saw you thinking. I just picked an arbitrary number. Then
Which
I
is
thought,
all you
wow, I
have to
really
do.
picked an old number. If you were born, I don't know, 9/12/63, you're old enough, or 73, or 83, or 93.
Exactly.
You're old enough.
You're old enough. So we're really hoping to get the word out and get the community behind this again, because they did a great job helping us last year. But we want to do even better. I'm
Didn't
confident.
it come right down to the wire?
It did. The event ended on a Saturday last year.
Right.
And that Friday, we really started moving. We got, we were in the mid-60s to the mid-50s. And then we started climbing on Friday afternoon. And then on Saturday, we put together a ton of events on Saturday we opened the school up. We went to a couple different Halloween parties around town. We went to New Leaf Church on Friday night and met with their the people that were at their free dinner. We went to Orlando's. I mean, we really kicked it in on Saturday, and we jumped about 25 spots on Saturday. I think a lot of other schools just shut it down. They figured whatever they had done on Friday, they were done.
So would we come in the 30s?
We finished somewhere in the 30s. What they do is on Saturday late morning, they shut down where you can't see where you're at. They want to have some suspense at the end. So we finished somewhere in the 30s. We had to be in the top 50 to get our 25,000, and we obviously were comfortably in that number, but we'd really like to see the top 5.
Yeah.
And I think if we start on this early on, and we have as many people voting on day 1 as we had on the last day of the contest,
Yeah.
there's no reason why we can't be successful.
Yeah.
So, but we need everyone's help.
Okay, now your school has to be registered to vote.
Correct.
So people out there who think, oh, well, my granddaughter goes to so-and-so school in Kentucky, they cannot vote unless that school is registered.
Correct.
So the school must be registered with State Farm in order for you to vote
Correct.
for the school.
As of right now, there's about 2,600 schools nationally that have registered. They have until October 7th
Okay.
to register. So even if you're not from Conneaut, or you don't have to be from Conneaut to do this. Or let's say I've got relatives on the East Coast.
Right.
They all voted for us. They didn't have a school district that was participating. So for the people that are out there, if you've got friends or family all over the country, they can vote for
us.
Conneaut.
Yeah.
If they don't have a school that's competing, why not have them support us? I'm already reaching out to guys that I went to college with, people that I know around the country, and I'm asking them, hey, can I have your email address? Can you talk to your friends? And I just had someone yesterday email me, I've got 40 email addresses for you. And that's, if we all ask and get 10 email addresses, it'll be amazing how quickly this can explode. And that's what we need, is we need your help getting those votes.
Good.
Chris, now this kicks in
October 15th.
which is a week
It's a Wednesday.
week from next Wednesday.
Yes. And it goes until October 24th.
You should probably come back the 13th or 14th to remind everybody, get updates on how
Absolutely.
this is going. Because we really want this to work, because this is free money that the schools certainly could use.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd love to come back on, and I'll shoot you emails throughout the contest to let people know where we are
Okay.
in the ranking.
That's what you did last year.
Yeah, but because we need everybody to remember to vote, and if you're afraid you're not going to remember to vote, tell me and we'll vote for you.
There you go. There you go. If you have any questions, you can call right now. Chris will be here a couple more minutes. 593-7181. 593-7181. If you have any questions about this, certainly he's the one to ask. Penny and I are just the bystanders here.
Just a pretty face.
That's right. Oh, of course.
Born in 1949.
No, it's not even my birthday. I just picked a number.
See, I scrutinize you.
If you were born 6/1/2012,
You're too young.
you're too young.
You're too young.
Oh, that's right, young. That's
gotta be
right.
14.
Gotta be
Baby.
14.
You're still-
That's right. I'm sorry. Gotta be.
Pre-2000 and we're safe. So.
Yeah, pre-2000.
Here you go. Hi, you're on the air.
Morning, Pat. This is Eunice Hogle
Hi,
calling.
hi, Eunice.
Can you write me down, because I just forget to do it every day.
Okay. Can you want to send me your email, Eunice?
Yeah.
Because I need it, to get back to you on this other thing. I don't have your email address that I was going to, about what Dr. Brian had given me. So if you could send me the email address, I'll give it to Chris.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Eunice.
Yep.
Bye-bye. Okay, she'll send that to me, and I'll give it to you before you leave here,
Perfect.
Chris.
Perfect.
Hopefully if she gets it to me in
Yeah.
time.
But yeah, if you email Pat or you email myself, then it's only one time, and I'll make sure that we're voting for you daily. I promise you we're not going to solicit you. That's not what this is about. This is truly about raising money for the schools.
So give your email address so people can link
Correct.
to you.
My email address is Chris, CHRIS, at BrechtInsurance.com, and that's one word, BRECHTINSURANCE.com. So you can email me, just email me, put your name in there, as many email addresses as you have. If you only have the one, then I'll get it when you send me the email, and just put, please vote for me. If you want to give a date of birth, great, and I will get you on the list. We will vote for you daily, and I assure you that the students at Conneaut High School will appreciate it.
Very good.
It's
Very
such
good.
an easy way to make a difference.
Yeah, it's 2
such
minutes to
an
vote.
easy
Yeah.
way. An email address to vote, and we all know how schools are struggling with funding. We
Yeah.
know that there's not a lot of money left over for extras. We know, like yesterday, we were there with the grant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is something the schools could never afford to do, to buy those books and give them to those children.
Yeah.
And then connect them to this English Fest, which we also will pay to get them there.
Mm-hmm.
So this money really does make a difference. The kids now don't have to raise money for the prom, for their transportation. They can put the money towards something else.
Right.
We know they're going to get there safe, they're going to get back safe, and it's just, you'll make such a difference by giving your email address. It's the easiest
Yeah.
thing to do.
It's the easiest way to raise $100,000.
Absolutely.
And we can do it. That's the beauty of this. We found out last year. This is not unreasonable for us to
Right.
expect to win this money.
Right.
We just have to vote.
Yeah, we have to be vigilant and vote.
Yes.
Because you're taking a bigger communities might not have such a strong drive.
Right.
So it's the strength of the drive that gets the
Are there
votes
any
in.
questions they have to fill out before?
What they do is when you go on, you give the basic information, date of birth, and you pick Conneaut High School. When you actually go in to make that commitment, is the phrase they use. It'll ask you a generic question on safe driving, like what is the proper position of hands on the steering wheel, and it's a multiple choice. It doesn't matter if you get the question right or wrong. It's there for two reasons. One is this is about kids being safe drivers, so it's a little bit of an education piece for people that are out there to think about, how should you drive in bad weather, that type of thing. But the other reason it's there is they're trying to prevent someone from building a computer program that'll do the automated voting, and it'll just spit out 10,000 votes in an hour.
Do you have to go through that every one you send in?
Yep. And
Every
I'm
one?
glad to do it. I'll do it
Wow.
every time because that's time that I'm willing to put in, and that the volunteers that are working with me are willing to put in to make sure that we can get this money for the school.
Gotcha.
And it's easy. I'm telling you, it's less than 2 minutes to take it. I mean, people, last year I made Pat do it on the air, and Pat did it all by himself.
Yeah.
If
that
Pat
was-
Williams can do it,
Anybody can
anybody
do it.
can do it.
And we proved that to you last year.
It's
Yeah.
not that bad.
Very good, Chris. I appreciate
did
you
it.
doing this. And certainly get Chris your email address or send
Please.
it to us here at patwilliams@keepasuite541.com, and I will forward it to Chris. We communicate that way all the time. So good luck to you, Chris. Sounds great.
Thank you.
Yep.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for doing it. It's
Yeah,
good for our
absolutely.
school district.